So if you're getting, if you're having trouble understanding what we're actually after here, the hard part, I think, is when you look at like a woofy exercise like buh and a bright exercise like nay, and you think, well, those are completely different. I'm asking my voice to do completely different things when I'm doing one or the other. And the key is to actually get to the point where we are recognizing the fact that they're actually far more similar than they are different. So for example, when I say buh, 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 I can hear and kind of analyze where it's ringing and how it's ringing. Do that for me. Say buh, buh, buh.
Buh, buh, buh.
Right? Now if I go to nay, the truth is from about here down, everything should be identical. Mm-hmm. The only thing that's changed is from here up, the shape of the resonator. Like literally, and every time you change a vowel, you change the shape. So or eh. Like that nay is eh, buh, right? So these two different shapes, what they do, it's almost like playing two different instruments. So different instruments sound different because the shape of their resonators is different. Mm-hmm. You get like all brass instruments, a French horn and a trumpet effectively produce sound the same way, with the same mechanisms, but they're different shape, different resonation, and so they sound different. But within our own voice, you have all these different vowels, so it's almost like you can create, you have to, the challenge is having an instrument that sounds completely unified even though it has a bunch of different shapes of resonators. Mm-hmm. So the key is not to, in the beginning, you're learning the difference. Buh is, learn as dark, and you learn as really bright. But kind of moving into more of an advanced level is about understanding not the differences between the two, but the commonalities. So when I say buh, 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 and nay, 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 my approach is identical from one note to the next. The resulting sound is very different, but the sound is not a part of me. So in other words, midstream, give an example, buh, buh, or nay, nay. Well, if I start on a buh and then change the shape mid-note, the nature of the sound is going to change, simply because when I change the shape, the sound will move locations, even though everything else stays the same. Boo! And it almost sounds like I moved from one register to another, and in some ways I did, because I went from more of like chest and head to more like bright pharyngeal, but I'm able to make that transition seamlessly because in my experience, the only real difference between those two is the fact that it's resonating in a different place. But my approach, in terms of like compression and breath and timing and, everything is so similar between the two that it really almost doesn't feel like an adjustment at all.